It's Al Cole from CBS Radio, host of the syndicated talk show People of Distinction, cluing you in that in our 21st century, I'll tell you, products and services are sold through video. That's right, so sell it through video at Al Cole Enterprises and SAG 14 Production Company. You got it, and right now you got it too. Enjoy another outstanding audio clip from our international guest list featuring my son, the fantastic Benji Cole, on People of Distinction.
And on the line with us today, we have Dr. Bob Kruger. We'll be discussing his fantastic book, Arresting Your Stress, Deliverance from the Destruction of Stress. Available for purchase at Amazon and Barnes & Noble. But if you guys want to gather more information on Bob himself, as well as be able to reach out to him directly, go to newhope-nh.com. There you'll find more information on him, and like I said, you'll be able to contact him through the site as well. And I will say, Bob was brought to our network, People of Distinction, today by some of the best movers in the business, Ingress Advertising Publishing. So if you have a book that you'd like moved, do yourself a favor and contact Ingress. You can find out more information on them at ingressadvertising.com. Sit back, strap in, let's get ready for a fantastic education. Now, Bob, starting from the ground level, from the basics, what are some of the harmful side effects of stress, and why is it important to learn how to manage it?
Well, it's interesting, some of the side effects of stress or the symptomatic behaviors of stress I played out in my own life to the point where in 2014, while I was right in the middle of working on my doctorate, I had a heart attack.
Wow.
I was out running in the streets of Manchester, New Hampshire with my dog, and I started having pains. And long story short, miraculously, I was able to get to the hospital and a couple stents put in, and then recovery from that. So there was a lot of stress in that. But when we think of other things that are going on, stress on your body, just some references from the Mayo Clinic .org is the headaches. When you're talking about your body, is headache, muscle tension or pain, chest pain or fatigue. The moods are affected by anxiety and restlessness and the lack of motivation or focus. We're feeling overwhelmed. And when I think about the actual behavior, you look at the body, it's like it almost begins with the body, it moves to the mood, and then ultimately it comes out in your behavior. And that's overeating or undereating, angry outbursts, which I've seen so much more in this last year than I've ever seen.
Absolutely.
Drug or alcohol misuse, and tobacco use. And then when you think about the relationships that you have with other people around you, if you're letting the stress plague you, it becomes bitterness, and it's like a ripple effect when you throw a stone into a pond. Those rings just shoot out, and everybody that's in the sphere of influence of that individual gets affected by the stress that person has.
When we're talking about stress, in your expertise, in your experience, do we as individuals apply more stress onto ourselves because of what we think is going to happen in our mind, and that actually doesn't end up being the situation?
I truly believe that's the case, Benji. I do. And I just think in general that when we are going to go into the unknown and do something we haven't done before or start a new relationship, we tend to fear the worst. And because we fear the worst, when we go in that direction, we think the worst is going to happen. And we find out if we step out and say, oh, I'm going to do this regardless of how I feel about this, I'm going to go into it, and I will trust, I'll be watching as to what happens. So that way, if it does start to turn out the way I thought it would, I can stop it. But the reality is that if I choose to step out in confidence and interlock with other people's arms to help me walk this process through, the stress through experience begins to reduce, and things turn for the better. Mm-hmm. So yes, I totally agree. We oftentimes think we create this stress, or we get all anxious over things because we think, oh, this is going to happen, that's going to happen. Then when we get to the other end of the situation, we find out those things never did happen.
It's Al Cole from CBS Radio, host of the syndicated talk show People of Distinction, cluing you in that in our 21st century, I'll tell you, products and services are sold through video. That's right, so sell it through video at Al Cole Enterprises and SAG 14 Production Company. You got it, and look forward to enjoying other outstanding audio clips from our international guest list featuring my son, the fantastic Benji Cole, on People of Distinction.